Hello. Come join us. We're going to do a giveaway of the Ardo Calypso to go. You know you want to win one. Here's the bag. Join us. I'm going to be talking about paste bottle feeding and giving away a Calypso to go. The quietest breast pump on the market from Ardo USA Breastfeeding Products. Hey, Tabitha. Sorry, I didn't bring my glasses. Not a good idea. Let me know. You can hear me, right? I don't know. I always feel like people can't hear me. Maybe that's why I yell so much. I have a fake boob, too. I'm going to demonstrate this pump, how it works, tell you all the great things about it. Everyone who comments is entered into the giveaway. Hello, Lucy. And then we're going to talk about paste bottle feeding and how to avoid overfeeding and caregivers blowing through your stash. Is that happening to you? Are there any pumpers here? Who's a pumping person? Who pumps? Thanks, Tabitha and Margot. Thank you for telling me that you can hear me. So the concern that I get the most from people who pump, either for working or for whatever, who spend time away from their baby, is that their caregivers are blowing through their stash. No, the biggest complaint that I get is that people cannot keep up with their babies, that their babies need more milk than they can pump. Lucy's pumping right now, yay! And so what I always suspect in my mind when I hear that somebody cannot keep up with their babies is that I always think somebody is overfeeding the baby. First, I think about, learning about pumping, because pumping is a skill that you have to learn. But then I think about how much milk is this baby being fed? Because bottle feeding, pumping is a skill that you need to learn, and bottle feeding is a skill that you need to learn as well. And they are different than what you see on TV. Isn't it always like that? Okay, so first I'll tell you a little bit about the Ardo Calypso to go. Would you like to know about that? All of you that are commenting are entered to win, and I'll announce a winner next week. But everybody who comments is entered to win. And this, Nicole says, I just want to read her comment. I pump at work and have a hard time with some of my caregivers feeding and not paste bottle feeding. They say he drinks so fast and wants more. I'm like, paste feed him and he will be much happier. That's the other thing. The babies are happier too because they're not eating so fast. They're not, we'll talk about all of that. Thank you, Nicole. Yes, it's so true. So this is the Calypso to go. It is less than a pound. It is this big. And it is the quietest pump on the market. I will turn it on for you. I'll turn it all the way up just so you can get an idea. Ah, my fake boob is rolling away. Can you hear it? Okay, so it has been tested. It is the quietest pump on the market, which people love because, especially if you're at work or something, you don't need this like train or jet engine on. It has, yes, the familiar sound. It has 64 settings, and let me tell you exactly what that means. It has 8 vacuum settings, and it has 8 cycle settings. So you can individually adjust these to whatever you want in 64 different ways. Now, this means that you can set this and customize this to exactly your comfort level and to where you get the most milk. It's not just like turn it on, stick it on, turn it on, all the way up, and, you know, hope for the best. This is totally customizable to what you need. It is an entirely Swiss-made pump. It is a family-owned business, Ardo. I've met most of them. They are lovely, lovely people who are bringing this pump to America because it deserves to be here. You all deserve to have this as an option. Most suppliers for insurance can connect you with a Calypso to go, or a Calypso. There's like there's a Calypso to go and then the Calypso Double Plus or something. It's the Calypso. I will put a link when I'm done in the post above to the distributor form that Ardo has, and they can help you work with your insurance to find a distributor that has this pump. Because yes, pumps are covered under insurance. I know. You're all going to tell me no, your insurance told you no. Try again. Try through the Ardo link. Try filling out the form, because Ardo will do it for you. They'll help you find the distributor. Because those agents that answer the phone, they don't always know what they're talking about. They mean well. It's just there's so much to know with insurance that they're not always on the ball. That's how somebody put it one time, and I thought that was great. They're not always on the ball. So there's more about this pump. It runs for about 4 hours without changing the batteries. It runs on AA batteries, which is perfect. We don't want any rechargeable batteries, because what if you have a power outage? Then you're in trouble. It comes with 5 different flange sizes. This is also important. I saw Teresa say that she feels like she's never getting enough when she pumps. And we can't cover every single topic today, but that's another thing that I hear. And I really encourage you to size yourself for the correct size flange, because that will make a huge difference in your pumping experience. You need to have the right size flange for your nipple, or if it's too big. If it's too big, your whole areola will be pulling through, and it won't. You won't get enough milk out. You won't get as much milk as you can out. If it's too small and your nipple is rubbing on the side, you will have pain, and again, the milk won't be coming out. So, I can show you here. So the next thing that also last month when I did a chat and a giveaway for the Ardo, yes, I'm sorry, it doesn't have an option to plug in. So it has the AA batteries, it has a plug-in, a wall charger, and a car charger too. So when I did the chat last month, I did it on hands-on pumping, which I encourage you to go back and look at. It's a combination breast massage and breast compression to help empty your breasts. Your pump cannot empty your breasts the way your baby can. Your baby is designed perfectly to empty your breasts. Your pump just can't do that. But you can help the milk, help it empty your breasts by massaging and compressing. Okay, I'm saying a lot of things. I hope you can all right. So the next thing about this pump is that it uses negative pressure. Rather than breaking the suction, like most pumps will suck, release, suck, release, suck, release. This uses negative pressure, and it mimics better the motion of breastfeeding. So let me show you. I'm gonna get my fingers out of the way. So this is my fake boob. It's my favorite thing in the world. This is a flange. As you can see, I don't know if you can see the whole entire areola in there. That is too big for the person that has this breast. This is too big. I want to see what it looks like if I can find a smaller one. Okay, I don't want to do that right now. But you know what I mean. If this is too big. This is too big, so I want to show you what it's like, what it looks like when you turn it on. I'm going to turn it all the way up. Can you see how it's not breaking the suction? It's not pulling on your nipple and letting it go. Yes, Rachel, a car charger too. I know I'm missing some of your comments and I'm sorry. I will come through and answer anything I miss. So you see that? That is one of the best features of this pump. Comfortable. It's a closed system, so you won't have any moisture gathering in the tubes, which is not something you want at all. You do not want that. Let's see, I'm trying to just look at my notes to make sure that I show you everything about it. It can be used with any bottle. It comes with the storage bags, with the cooler bag, not storage bags, I'm sorry. It comes with a cooler. It comes with 6 bottles and the gel packs. Guys, this is awesome. Make sure you're commenting and entering, because we're going to give one of these to somebody. And if you need help from Ardo, when you call them an international board certified lactation consultant, an IBCLC will answer the phone. So you will always have a lactation consultant to talk to. And I think that's all about the pump. So again, you can, and it comes with the bag, the travel bag. So you can carry it around to work. Nice, you know, neutral color. Let's see. So let's talk about paste bottle feeding. Again, everybody who comments is entered to win the giveaway. I don't want to be confused. I don't want you to be confused about how to enter. If you're just commenting, you're entered. So let's talk about paste bottle feeding. So I don't have a baby. I don't have a bottle even. I realized this as I was walking around like, oh, I want to show them how to do paste bottle feeding. And I was like, I don't have anything to do that with. So I got my son's baby doll. It doesn't even have his clothes on anymore. And I got my little oral spray bottle of B12. So we are going to pretend. Kitty, I hope are you serious? Comment. You just entered. You just commented and you entered. I see. How do you enter? You just did. So we're going to pretend. I mean, you all have an imagination, right? We can do this. So like I said, for Elizabeth, who just said that, or no, somebody said they missed the first portion of the video. All I was talking about in the first portion of the video is talk about one of the biggest concerns I hear from people who work or who spend time away from their baby and they're pumping for them is that they can't keep up with their babies. I'm pumping this much, but my baby's drinking this much. And so in my mind, I think 2 things. I think pumping is a skill and it needs to be learned. And maybe there's a way that we can pump a little bit more milk out, which we can do really well with hands-on pumping. See last month's video on the page. And then the second thing I think is, are we blowing through her stash? Are we blowing through their stash by overfeeding? And so here's how we're going to avoid overfeeding. We're going to do paced bottle feeding. Paced bottle feeding is for anybody and everybody who takes care of a breastfed baby, because paced bottle feeding will help your baby go back and forth between the breast and the bottle better. Because this is another thing that happens, right? My baby's starting to prefer the bottle. Okay, well, we need to change up how we're feeding the bottle. And so what we usually see, what we see on TV, what we've seen all of our days is we take the baby and we lay the baby flat on their back in the crook of our arms, and we put the bottle in their mouth and we feed it. Right? That's what we always see. That's what I always did. With my first son who took bottles, I did that. The problem is that gravity is pulling milk all the way into the bottle. Your baby is laying there flat on their back, sucking milk into their mouth. Sucking is a reflex for your baby. They can't just stop. And they're swallowing the milk because they have nothing else to do with it. They can't just stop. They can't turn away. They're going to swallow it or they're going to choke on it. So they're just kind of being fed. That way they're drinking the milk and it's going in, and they're sucking because they can't stop. It's a baby. They can't stop. So what we're going to do is, if you can see this, you probably won't, nobody will probably be feeding their baby in an office chair like this. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to make it more upright. And we're going to put the baby in our laps. And we're going to hold the baby with, we're going to support the head and neck with our hand. Here we go, little baby. And then we're going to take the bottle. And we're going to hold the bottle horizontal. Okay? No, we're not. First of all, we're going to tickle the baby's lips with the bottle, which is going to make them open up. Same thing we do with breastfeeding, right? Help them get a good latch. We're going to tickle their lips a little bit with the nipple and kind of make them open up a little bit. We're going to do the same thing with the bottle. And those of you who are just tuning in, no, this is not a real baby and this is not a real bottle, but we can use our imaginations, okay? So we're going to tickle, they're going to open real big, and we're going to put the bottle in, and we're going to have the bottle horizontal so that the milk is not flooding and going down like this, but it is a little bit in the nipple. And they're going to be drinking, and they're going to be working harder than this to drink, which is going to make those muscles in their face, all those muscles that they get when they're breastfeeding, all that hard work that they're doing to breastfeed, because they work hard to get that milk out of the breast. They develop these, it helps them develop all those facial muscles all the way back into their ears. They're sucking. And then when they get a bottle flat on their back, they're not working anymore. They don't have to work very hard. So we want them to work hard. We want it to be as close to breastfeeding as possible. So we want them to be working hard. They're going to be sucking harder to try to get the milk out, which is good. And then we want the paced bottle feeding session to last about 10 or 15 minutes. We want, it's not going to be, you suck the bottle down because you're just sucking, swallowing, eating super fast. 5 minutes, you're done. Then we're overfed and we've had too much, and then we're cranky, and then we're, it upsets us. We're not supposed to eat that fast, right? Not that we don't. We're not supposed to. It can upset our stomachs and make us feel really uncomfortable. so it's the same with the baby. We want to eat slowly. So that signal that goes from your stomach to your brain that says I'm full, it takes time. So we want to be feeding slowly so that they can get the signal that they're full. So like I said, about 10 or 15 minutes or longer maybe. You want to be comfortable too, because that's a long time, right? So you can put pillows. You're probably not going to be, like I said, sitting in this chair, but you can put pillows underneath your elbows. You can get real comfortable. So we're feeding like this. And after a couple of minutes, we are going to, not after a couple of minutes, after about 30 seconds of the sucking, we are going to lean the baby forward a tiny bit, and we are going to let the milk flow out and away from the nipple. So the baby's going to continue to be sucking, but there's not any milk in there. Just like with breastfeeding, how there's a little bit of a pause in milk in between the letdowns. We want this to be just like breastfeeding as much as we can be. So they're going to continue to suck. I'm going to put a link to a video where there's a woman doing this with an actual baby, which will be nice to see too. So if you're having a hard time picturing this, you can watch it if you want to like refer to it later. So we're going to let them do that. And then we are going to tip the milk back into the nipple a little bit and let them start working again. Another thing that you can do is you know how the baby gets real latched onto your breast, latched onto the bottle, is you can do a little tug of war. Pull on the bottle, pull on the nipple of the bottle and feel the suction. Let the baby work. Let the baby be working as hard as they work to breastfeed. Let them work that hard to bottle feed. You know, you can pull a little bit. And then you're going to tip forward again. And let the baby keep. Some people completely remove the bottle from the mouth, which is totally fine. And you can do that with a little bit of a twist and pull the bottle out. And then you can hang out here for a little while. And then you can put the bottle back in, tickling the lips, letting them get in. And you're going to watch the baby for signs of fullness. Are they starting to get, you know, really relaxed? Are their hands opening up a little bit? Maybe they're sucking a little bit slower. Pull the bottle out or tip the bottle back so that the milk falls out and give them another break. We're feeding slowly. And at one point, you know, they won't be sucking or they'll actually be not opening their mouth. And that's when you know they're full. This will create less of stomach problems. They'll be less over full. They won't be, even if there's a little bit of milk left in the bottle, it's okay. Stop, because they're done. They're full. You don't have to say, oh no, I don't want to waste the milk. You know, you don't want to overfeed the baby. That's the basic thing. And another thing that you want to be doing is switching sides, just like you would with a breastfed baby. I mean, while you're breastfeeding. Tipping forward. Does that make sense? So this is going to help your caregiver to connect with the baby and learn to pay attention to those signs of fullness. Give your baby a chance and to work really hard for that milk like they do with their when they're breastfeeding. Yeah. Now I'm getting distracted by the comments. This is why I try not to read the comments while I'm talking, but then I don't want to miss your comments. I have such a... So it's going to help your baby also go back and forth from breastfeeding to bottle feeding. because they're not going to get, you know, kind of used to this really fast feeding. You can use a slow flow nipple, but the most important thing is this positioning, is this technique. That's the most important thing. Your 7-month-old, I think when your 7-month-old is not taking a bottle, you could try cups. If you wanted to try that at that age. I also, well, okay. So does that help everybody? Now, you can, I'll put a link to the nice video that I have of the person who's doing the paste bottle feeding with the actual baby. So you can see that too, just so you can see it a couple of different ways, and then, you know, maybe it'll help you remember it. But, and I'll also put a link to, Nancy Moorbacher has a great printout for, it's called For the Caregiver of a Breastfed Baby. And you can print it right out and you can give it to your caregiver, and it has little steps on how to do the paste feeding. I know that it's difficult working with daycare providers because sometimes they're not always open to that because there's so much going on and they just know what they know. But, you know, it's gonna be in your best interest to really get that out there. What is the best bottle to use for nursing to bottle and back? I mean, I would suggest a slow flow nipple, but I think that the most important thing is the technique, the paste bottle feeding technique. So I'm going to talk about the pump again, and everybody who's commenting is entered to win this pump. And I hope that you learned something from the paste bottle feeding, and I hope these resources that I'll put in the comments here help you with your caregiver. But we're giving away this Calypso to go. It is an entirely Swiss-made pump, family-owned business. It is less than a pound. It is this big. It is the quietest pump on the market, tested and proved, the quietest pump on the market. I'll turn it on all the way for you so you can hear that. Can you hear that? So the other thing, I have it turned all the way up, but it has 64 settings, which means it has 8 vacuum settings and 8 cycle settings, and each of these can be set on their own. And you can customize it to whatever is best for you. Whatever is most comfortable for you, whatever you get the most milk out, is how you can set it. It comes with 5 different flange sizes so that you can get the correct flange fit for your nipple. That is very important for getting the maximum amount of breast milk out as well. That, coupled with hands-on pumping, I think is the best way to get... Did you get kicked out? Am I still here? I hope I'm still here. My internet is being weird today, but I'm on 4G, so I don't know. I hope you're back, Perez. Okay, so here's the other thing. Well, I'm going to go into the okay, Lucy sees me. Okay, so the 64 settings. Customizable. It also uses negative pressure. It does not use the breaking of the suction like most pumps. So most pumps will suck your boob in and let it go, suck and let it go, suck and let it go. That's not what your baby does. Your baby never ever breaks suction. This uses negative pressure. Can you see the nipple? This, by the way, is a flange that is too big for this breast. This is an example of a flange that's too big because the whole entire areola is going in. That's not what you want. This nipple is very unusually small for this fake like boob thing. Anyway, so that is a fantastic thing about this pump. It's also a closed system, so you never get any of the moisture in the tubings, which is what you don't want that. It comes with, it runs on AA batteries, no rechargeable batteries, so you are never screwed in a power outage. Wall charger and car charger. It's a fantastic pump. I love it, and I've used it, and it is used with any of the any bottle, and it is, I think that's all. So everybody who has commented is entered to win, and I will announce a winner next Friday. And so remember, the paced bottle feeding. The paced bottle feeding is helping your bottle feeding to be more like breastfeeding. A lot of people just kind of take the baby. Here's what I've seen in the movies my whole life. And again, sucking is a reflex for your baby. They can't stop it. They can't tell you they're full. They can't do anything except drink. And people will say, well, they took the whole bottle. They took the whole bottle, Abby. They're full. I mean, they're hungry. They took the whole bottle. They took the whole bottle because they didn't have a choice. They didn't have any choice. This is nothing that they can do except for eat and swallow this. And so what you want to do is, just to recap, is to take this lie down situation and bring it upright. Support their head and neck. I can't tell if you can see because the comments are in the way. And then you're holding the bottle horizontal. You're tickling their lip to help them open up, inserting the bottle, helping them to get, the whole bottle in their mouth. And then the milk, they have to work hard to get the milk. They have to use all those muscles to get the milk. That's what you want. You can tug on the bottle a little bit, kind of feel their suction on it. Helps them build those great muscles, helps them go back and forth between bottle feeding and breastfeeding better. And then you're going to tip forward a little bit and let them continue to suck on just the empty nipple. And then do it again. Let them eat a little bit. And then you can even take it out and give them a rest. And then try again. And looking for those signs of fullness, of the open hands, the slow sucking, the kind of relaxing body, yes, that's it. So I just wanted to recap that. I'll put the links to the video and to Nancy Moorbacher's For the Caregiver of a Breastfed Baby, which has the little, it has like little written kind of steps, to simplify all of this into just steps that people can easily follow and refer to. So, I hope that helps. I cannot tell you the amount of messages that I get from people saying that they cannot keep up with their baby. And it's such a horrible feeling to not be able to pump enough milk for your baby, to feel like you're not enough, that you don't have enough milk. That is a horrifying feeling, especially if you are away from your baby and need to work. And you want your baby to have breast milk. Can your baby be overfed by the breast? No. They have to work so hard. When you stop sucking on the, when they stop sucking, the milk stops. They have to, babies work. There's a reason why they're suction down there so hard. There's a reason why it feels like that. There's a reason why it feels like your baby is about to swallow your entire body. They suck really hard. They work really hard to get that milk out. No, you cannot overfeed your baby by breast. You can put them on the breast at all times, anytime. Like I said, I hope that helps. And I know that I missed some comments, and so I'll try to go through those later and see if there's anything that I can help with. Everyone who's commenting is entered into this giveaway of this fantastic pump, the Ardo Calypso. And thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I hope that you learned something helpful. And swallow your entire body. Yeah, I mean, it feels like, I feel like there's like a meme or something that's going around. I think I shared it. It's like a Play-Doh baby sucking a Play-Doh breast like all the way in. Like it's this. I'll try to find it. It's you've probably seen it. It's like it went around everywhere. It's really funny. Yeah, but that's how it feels like, because they're working really hard. I don't think that people realize that, breastfeeding and breast milk, it's all what they're designed to eat, but there's so much that goes into it. I mean, they develop their, all those facial muscles through breastfeeding, through that motion of sucking. It does, it's really part of a whole system of development. So I'll stop rambling now because I'm repeating myself, and that is usually when I'm done. And thank you for watching, and I will announce a winner next Friday, and I'll be back next month for, you can also leave any suggestions that you have for topics that you'd like me to cover, because I came up with a little list of some things that I would do with the Ardo chats this year. But I would love to hear from you if you have any suggestions. We did hands-on pumping, we did paste bottle feeding, we did, gosh, I don't even remember right now. But if you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave those in the comments too, and those will still count for your entries for this giveaway. Bye!